Good evening everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, that is Daily Takkar Rapid Series. In this lecture series, daily we are discussing 10 quality MCQs based on today's current affairs. The most important developments which are relevant to our prelims examination, we are trying to cover the quality MCQs here. The lead topic for today's class, that is class 30, is who was Alluri Sitarama Raju. Okay, so we are celebrating the 125th birth anniversary of Alluri Sitarama Raju and the historical significance, yes, personalities. Every year UPSC asks one such question related to it in prelims examination, and that's why we'll cover this. But before going into today's 10 MCQs, what we'll do on daily basis, we are discussing one quotation which is relevant to our exam preparation, essay as well as ethics, and along with that it keeps you motivated throughout your preparation journey. So today's quotation, it goes as, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is key to the success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. A very relevant quotation. Now, first half. Success is not key to the happiness. Happiness is key to the success. अभी तक हमारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या थी कि सक्सेस मिलने के बाद हैप्पीनेस मिलेगा, ऐसा लगता है ना. बट वो 3 इडियट्स में क्या बोलता है रैंचो, सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, किसके पीछे भागो, एक्सेलेंस के, राइट. सो सक्सेस अपने आप आ जाएगा पीछे. सो बेसिकली हियर वन शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट सक्सेस इज नॉट द की टू हैप्पीनेस. व्हाट द राइटर इज सेइंग लाइक दिस बिकॉज हैप्पीनेस लाइज इन द journey towards the success. One should enjoy that journey towards the success, and the happiness is involved in that. When the person is religiously involved in what he is doing, and we can say that he loves what he is doing, then automatically the success will follow. Now let's take an example of any successful person. That successful person enjoys what he is doing or what he did. और कोई भी एग्जाम्पल दूसरा लो जो सक्सेसफुल नहीं है, ठीक है, वो क्या करते रहता है, जो उसको वो पसंद नहीं है वो जॉब करते रहता है, ठीक है. सिंपल अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट मेनी मूवीज ऑल्सो टॉक्स अबाउट दिस, ठीक है. जैसे रणबीर कपूर का कोई भी मूवी ले लो, ठीक है, जैसे तमाशा मूवी में दिखा है. तमाशा मूवी में रणबीर क्या करता रहता है, वो एक कोई IT जॉब या कोई भी करता रहता है, बट उसको क्या वो ड्रामा और उसमें पसंद रहता है, तो वो उसमें खुश नहीं रहता है, राइट. बेसिकली आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू हियर दैट वन शुड नॉट सीक हैप्पीनेस इन द सक्सेस, रादर द सक्सेस लाइज इन, वी कैन से दैट, और द हैप्पीनेस इज की टू सक्सेस. वन शुड बी हैप्पी इन व्हाट ही इज और शी इज डूइंग, अदरवाइज वन विल नॉट गेट सक्सेसफुल, ठीक है. आप कब तक मतलब आपका जो हैप्पीनेस है वो तोड़ मोड़ के सक्सेस पाने की कोशिश करेंगे, right? And success is not, this term is not in, we can say, considered in short term, rather it is talking about the, let's say, long term success in life. Success, materialistic success and all these things are different things. Rather the success one should talk about from the spiritual aspect, and there lies the intellectual happiness, ठीक है. intellectual happiness क्या होता है, जब हमने लाइफ में कुछ तो अचीव किया है, हमने लाइफ में कुछ तो सोसाइटी को कंट्रीब्यूट किया है. आफ्टर सर्टन लेट्स से टाइम पीरियड यू मस्ट फील लाइक दैट, एंड दैट इज एक्चुअली द ट्रू सक्सेस. यू कैन गिव मेनी एग्जांपल्स हियर, राइट. सो अगर हम एग्जांपल सोनम वांगचुक का देते हैं, तो ही इज एक्चुअली द साइंटिस्ट, बट व्हाट ही इज डूइंग, ही इज लेट्स से हेल्पिंग द पीपल इन लद्दाख टू डील विद द क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड हाउ इट इज अफेक्टिंग दोज लोकल पीपल देयर, ठीक है. तो वो उनका नॉलेज वहाँ पे अप्लाई कर रहा है, लोगों की मदद कर रहा है, एंड बेसिकली इट इज कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू द सोसाइटी, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द पीपल. सो दिस इज एक्चुअली द सक्सेस. सो ही इज लविंग व्हाट ही इज डूइंग. अगर वही एक कोई MNC मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी में काम करते रहते तो शायद वो खुश ना होते, क्योंकि वो उनको पसंद नहीं था करना, कर लेते बट वो पसंद नहीं था, शायद वो इतना सक्सेसफुल नहीं होते लाइफ में, शायद उनको बाद में हैप्पीनेस फील नहीं होता. This is what the meaning is, and the same is applied to you. If you are doing the preparation of this examination, you should love doing it. Otherwise, जो भी आप पढ़ रहे हैं ना, तो वो सब कल भूल जाओगे, ठीक है. आपको अर्ज होना चाहिए सोसाइटी के बारे में जानना, पॉलिटी के बारे में जानना. अपने कंट्री के बारे में, इंटरनेशनल डेवलपमेंट्स के बारे में जानना, ये अर्ज होना चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट विल लीड टू लेट्स से व्हेन यू आर क्लियरिंग दिस एग्जामिनेशन टू बेटर IAS ऑफिसर, बेटर IPS ऑफिसर. ठीक है, तो यस, आई होप दैट यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द मीनिंग हियर. नाउ टुडेज 10 टॉपिक्स, यस, these are today's 10 topics, and let's talk about the first MCQ from history, the personality based MCQ. We are celebrating 25th years of let's say birth anniversary of Alluri Sitarama Raju. So yes, which of the following statement is not correct regarding Alluri Sitarama Raju? Okay, so let's try to identify the incorrect statement. He is widely regarded as hero of jungle or Manyam Virudu by the local people. So he actually led the tribal people in the Eastern Ghats region, the present day Eastern Ghats, especially the Andhra Pradesh region. Okay, Eastern Ghats. So the armed rebellion, he led the armed rebellion against British rule in that area, especially concerned related to the new practices and the laws, rules related to forest in that region. Okay, so against that it was the armed rebellion. Now, so first statement is correct statement. He led an armed guerrilla campaign in the Eastern Ghats region, the present day Andhra Pradesh. This is correct. He opposed the Madras Forest Act 1882 that restricted free movement of tribals and shifting cultivation in the forest. One can easily understand from this. I just now told you why the, let's say, armed rebellion. So first 3 statements are correct. We have been asked to identify the incorrect statement, and this is one. He opposed the non-cooperation movement led by Mahatma Gandhi. This is not correct. He did not oppose, rather he became the part. He participated, and along with that several tribal people in that region were part of this non-cooperation movement. Fine. So we can see that this is incorrect statement, and that's why D is the correct answer. Okay, so online students, you can participate in the discussion, give your answers to these MCQs, make this particular session interactive, more interactive. Also, I am repeating, some students may be finding this let's say the session, it may not be in detailed explanation, but yes, detailed explanation of all these 10 MCQs. The PDF is attached in the description of this video. So you can download that, you can read it there. Okay? Yes, yes. So PDF will be attached in the description. You can see there and you can download it. Okay? Fine. Now let's talk about the next question. Consider the following statements regarding anti-defection law. Now why it is in news, anti-defection law? मेंस में भी बहुत बार क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, प्रीलिम्स में भी आप देख सकते हैं, देयर हैज बीन क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ 10th शेड्यूल. फाइन. नाउ इट वाज रिसेंटली इन न्यूज़. व्हाई? बिकॉज ऑफ द पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट्स दैट आर हैपनिंग इन द स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, and that's why it is in news. Let's talk about the basics about anti-defection law. Now this particular anti-defection law was included in the Indian Constitution through this 10th schedule in 1985. ठीक है, कौन सी अमेंडमेंट है ये? 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1985. And this was brought to ensure there is political stability, the stability of the government at state as well as national level, central government level. So yes, there were frequent tossing of the, let's say, floor by these MPs and MLAs, and which affected the stability of the government at that time. So on the basis of that, 4 provisions were added for let's say declaring MPs and MLAs as defected MPs and MLAs through this particular law, or we can say provisions. A member is not disqualified if he is taken prior permission of his party and abstains from voting in the house. Now what are these 4 provisions? Let me first enumerate them. First is that if the person is voluntarily resigning from his post or from membership of that party, so simply automatically we can say that the anti-defection law provisions will be applied to that. Second one is that when the person is voting in the floor of the parliament, or we can say any house, state legislative house, against the directives given by that political party, then also these provisions will be applied. The third important provision is that the independent members cannot join any political party after getting elected. If the person joins, then automatically defection proceedings will be there. Then fourth one is that nominated members. So nominated members cannot join any political party after expiry of 6 months. So this is how one should know the 4 provisions. Now let's talk about this. A member is not disqualified if he has taken prior permission of his party and abstains from voting in the house. Now I told you about the voting aspect, but there is one small provision that the member is not disqualified if the prior permission is taken and the such permission is given by the political party. Okay, so we can say this is correct. Now independent members will be disqualified if they join a political party after getting elected to the house. Yes, just now I told you about this. Independent members cannot join any political party. Now nominated members will be disqualified if they join any political party 6 months after getting nominated. This is also true. So all 3 are correct statements here regarding the provisions in this 10th schedule or anti-defection law. Fine? Okay. Now let's talk about the next. National Green Tribunal. Okay, so the basic provisions of NGT. NGT is, you can say, the statutory body established through NGT Act of 2010. Now it is a tribunal. It is a tribunal, so we can say it is a quasi-judicial or judicial body. But yes, it is having both, we can say that, administrative as well as judicial members. Now this National Green Tribunal is established under the NGT Act. This is correct statement. It is bound by procedure laid down under CRPC, a Code of Civil Procedure. Now this is not correct. It is not bound by. Rather, it works on the principles of natural justice. It works on the principle of natural justice, not bound by the procedure established in Code of Civil Procedure. Now, it is endowed with the suo motu powers to take up environmental issues across the country. Now, we come across the news, we can say frequently, that NGT has ordered something, or let's say penalized any particular company or let's say entity. Why? Because suo motu, let's say, actions are taken and this power is provided with the NGT. So we can say that this is correct statement, right? So first and third, यानी कि 2 statements सही है यहाँ पर. B is the correct answer, only 2. Fine? Okay. Now let's talk about the next question. In the context of prohibition of employment as manual scavenger, 2013 Act provisions. Okay, so this is very important to ensure there is, we can say that, dignity and respect ensured to the sanitation workers. Any kind of, let's say, manual scavenging is prohibited, and this has been, let's say, declared as dehumanizing practice under the provisions of this law. And there is punishment also, like that can be like imprisonment up to 1 year, or this can be extended beyond 2 years also if the consequent, let's say, more than one time such kind of, let's say, contravene the law or the provisions. Let's talk about these provisions. It aims at complete elimination of manual scavenging. This is correct statement. Now Act does not recognize manual scavenging as dehumanizing practice. This is not correct. Okay. It does recognize. It recognizes. Incorrect statement. The Act provides for imprisonment of up to 1 year for the first instance of contravening the law. This is correct. And if suppose after first instance there is second or third instance thereafter, it can be 2 years or more than that also. So 2 statements are, but 1 and 3 only. Now yes, I am again let's say concerned about this, the option statement and all. Although this year UPSC has changed the nature of framing options. Out of 100 there were 47 such questions, we can say that. There only 1, only 2, only 3 and none such kind of let's say options. But you never know UPSC. Okay, if you prepare let's say all kinds of, let's say, options, and you are ready with any kind of options, then only now there is possibility, more possibility to clear prelims examination. You be ready with the surprises and try to deal with them in those 2 hours. Okay, so D is the correct answer for this question. Fine. Let's talk about the next one. Okay, so yes, fourth का C लिखा हुआ है, but yes, fourth का D answer है. 1 and 3 only is the correct answer. Good that you are giving answers in the comment box. Keep doing it. Don't worry about whether it is correct or incorrect. Let me tell you, जब हम गलती करते हैं ना, हम गलती नहीं भूलते हैं. मैं इसीलिए स्टूडेंट्स को बोलता हूँ कि बार बार गलती करिए. कब? एग्जाम से पहले, जब तक एक दिन पहले तक आप गलती करते रहिए. एग्जाम में गलती नहीं होगी, आप सेम गलती तो बार बार नहीं करेंगे, राइट? एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू दैट यू डू मिस्टेक्स इन दिस टेस्ट और प्रैक्टिस ऑफ एमसीक्यूज सो दैट यू रिमेंबर देम. आप जब सही करते हैं ना कोई भी चीज़ का आंसर, तो वो एग्जाम में याद नहीं आएगा आपको, आपका माइंड जो है वो भूल जाता है. ठीक है, ठीक है. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू, आप क्या करिए कि गलतियाँ करिए जब ये सॉल्व करते हो, तो आपका ब्रेन जो है, माइंड जो है वो याद रखेगा. Now talking about the foreign portfolio investments, let's try to understand this applied question here. Before dealing with the question, let me tell you that there are, let's say, different kinds of foreign investments. For foreign portfolio investment is there, and foreign institutional investment. Now these kinds of investment, generally they do not have the let's say ownership of underlying assets. But when we talk about FDI, foreign direct investment, generally there is, we can say, ownership of underlying assets, and there will be some kind of say in the management of that company. Now regarding this, rise of FPIs in the Indian market can lead to rise in the Indian stock prices. Now when we say that rise in FPI, that means there will be increase in the foreign investment. When there is increase in the foreign investment, there will be increase in the liquidity, money supply in the Indian economy. Now because of this increase in liquidity, what will be there? There will be more credit availability, or we can say that money is used by the Indian companies to expand its activities, and that's why automatically in the Indian stock markets will be showing the upward direction. So we can say it is correct statement. Now rise in US stock indices can lead to rise in Indian stock market prices. Now this is not correct. Generally whenever there is rise in US stock indices, the stock indices in the other countries goes down. Why? Because the US currency is very strong, US dollar, and generally when it appreciates, the other currencies depreciates, and that's why this is incorrect. Only one, A is the correct answer here. Fine. So such kind of applied question is asked in the prelims examination from the economy section. Be prepared for this. Now, very simple. What should be answer to this one? Give your answers in the comment box. Yes. बताइए क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर? धम्म चक्र और धर्म चक्र प्रवर्तना. Okay, it is also called as Dhamma Chakra Pravartana. What is this particular event in the life of Buddha? See, some important events in the Buddha's life, and their, let's say, significance is very important, like Nirvana, when he achieved the true knowledge, or we can say that enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in the Bodh Gaya. Okay, so that is Nirvana. But when after that, when he gave the first lesson, that is first sermon delivered by Buddha in Sarnath, Varanasi, this is called as Dhamma Chakra Pravartana. C is the correct answer. And the death of Buddha is called as Mahaparinirvana. Okay, so C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, good, fine. Let's talk about the next question. Among the following statements about New START Treaty, Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. Okay, so we have to identify the correct statement about this New START Treaty. So what is this? Strategic Arms Reduction. Strategic का मतलब कहीं ना कहीं nuclear warheads से related. We are aware about this. It is continuously in news in last 1 year since Ukraine-Russia war. And yes, this is particular nuclear arm reduction treaty between US and Russia. Okay, जो major superpowers जो Cold War era से थे, उन्होंने ये जो है इससे पहले जो treaty थी वो START treaty, thereafter SALT treaty, ये सारे treaties जो है अभी at present the New START treaty which was extended till 2026. Now there are some concerns related to continuation of this treaty and that's why it is in news. Okay, so C is the correct answer here. Good, good, very good. Right, let's talk about the next question. Fine. Emergency use authorization. Yes, during last 3 years of COVID-19, we have continuously come across this particular news. Emergency use authorization approval was given to particular drug, vaccine by, we can say that, Drug Controller General of India. ठीक है, तो what is this particular term? Let's try to understand. The concept of emergency use authorization was introduced for the first time during COVID-19. Now this is not correct. This was not first time, rather earlier also for many drugs and vaccines such kind of, let's say, emergency use authorization was given. Rather during COVID-19 the common people came to know about it largely, and yes, people were concerned about when the, let's say, vaccine will be given to the people. तो सबसे ज़्यादा वो टेंशन था उस टाइम पे, तो सबको पता चला है उसमें. Now the term has been defined in the new drugs and clinical trial rules 2019. Now there is no such definition, or it has not been defined anywhere, not only in this but anywhere. One should know that these rules talks about emergency use, or we can say, sorry, not emergency, accelerated approval process. Okay, accelerated process of approval. This was mentioned in these rules. Okay, not emergency use approval. So we can say that it is kind of informal term and it is not mentioned in any legal entity, or we can say laws or rules. So this is also incorrect. We have to identify correct, and that's why what should be the answer here? D. Very good. D is the correct answer. Fine. Let's talk about the next. Ninth question. It is talking about the species in news, Indian gazelle or chinkara. It is also called as chinkara. Now this gazelle can survive only in deserts and grasslands, only bola hai. Now generally the gazelles, or simply we can say deer species, they can survive in other areas also, like hills, or we can say that grasslands. ठीक है, तो hills में भी है, desert में भी है, grasslands में भी है. Not near necessarily कि only यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, it is incorrect. Yes, it is nocturnal mammal, native to South Asia, India, Pakistan, Nepal and Iran. In those countries we find this particular species. So we can say that it is in correct statement. Now it is state animal of Karnataka. Now chinkara or Indian gazelle, generally we are aware about this. In NCERT also it is mentioned. The Bishnoi community in Rajasthan is having some, let's say, links to the conservation of this particular chinkara. People are, let's say, people of Bishnoi community, they are involved in the community-led conservation efforts for this chinkara, and Rajasthan is having or declared this as a state animal, not Karnataka. ठीक है, राजस्थान का है, कर्नाटका elephant है. Okay, so we can say it is incorrect, and that's why A is the correct answer here. Fine. Now the other aspects related to gazelle, okay, so least concern IUCN status, remember this, but it is a Schedule 1 animal of Wildlife Protection Act. ये basic आपको पता होना चाहिए. Fine. Okay, the last question for today, match the following and the places, or we can say that the protected areas in news and the rivers flowing through them. Simlipal Tiger Reserve, yes, where it is located? Simlipal, yes, it is Biosphere Reserve also. It is located in Odisha. Indravati, where it is located? It is located in Chhattisgarh, southern part of Chhattisgarh. Then Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary, it is located in Madhya Pradesh, MP. Gandhi Sagar Dam, आपको पता है, right? MP across Chambal River. One can use that logic and mark this correct. Indravati Tiger Reserve, one can use that logic. Indravati itself is a river. ठीक है, महानंदा नहीं है. Indravati is itself is a river which is flowing through this particular tiger reserve. Simlipal, Baitarni, this is correct. Baitarni, Brahmani, Kharkai, all these three rivers basically flows through Simlipal Tiger Reserve. Kharkai river is in news. So yes, this one is correct, second is incorrect, this one is correct. and that's why 2 pairs are correctly matched here. 2 pairs are correctly matched. Okay, so yes, these are all today's 10 MCQs and yes, आप देख सकते हैं मैप भी दिया हुआ है और एक्सप्लेनेशन जो PDF है वहाँ पे ये सारी चीज़ें मेंशन की है डिटेल में. So I hope that you are finding it resourceful, and all students who are following it, keep, let's say on daily basis you follow this on daily basis, and this is going to help you in the final examination. Why? क्योंकि एक साल के पूरे करंट अफेयर्स के ऊपर आपके पास मोर देन 3000 MCQs, क्वालिटी MCQs रेडी रहेंगे. इसी की प्रैक्टिस करिए, इसी को रिवीजन दीजिए, and this is going to be a major resource for your final revision. Fine? Okay, let us stop then. Thank you.